All right, fellas. Like I told y'all before, we done with that online stuff. Y'all do the honors.
Finished it.
Now, Omari, you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Charles, you ready?
Let's get it.
And without further ado, man, welcome to the Check the Stats podcast in person.
All right, man. On to the next topic, man. We got NFL contenders or pretenders. So our first team that we got are the Chiefs, or the Kansas City Chiefs, man. So what do y'all think, man? Contenders or pretenders for the Chiefs? I gotta go contenders, man. I gotta go. They're a little iffy. They look a little shaky. I don't know. Pat not playing. Pat don't look like Pat this year at all. He doesn't. But some way they still find ways to like win by a hair or like skate by. You know what I'm saying? So it's really crazy that they 9-1 right now.
Yeah.
9-1. Shout out to the Bills. Y'all made me a Bills fan. Yes, bro. Thank y'all for beating them. But it's just something about the Chiefs that I don't know. They keep winning. Like it's insane. But y'all would.
The fact that they've been getting the worst stretch of Mahomes' play in his career, and their only one loss on the season is to debatably the second best team in that conference. That speaks volumes. So their defense has been legit. Their offense sluggish, but they still find ways to get it done. They got the best coach in the league currently. So we got to kind of keep them in that contender role.
I mean, I guess I'll say contender too. I mean, as much as I do want to be different and say they're pretenders because they haven't looked good all year. I mean, the Chiefs, they showed it last year where you don't look good throughout the whole damn season. Yeah. And then you come around when it's around week 15 and on up, and all of a sudden they playing in February.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the only team, I mean, absolutely the only team that could be playing the worst span of football throughout the whole season. And I still give them that. I'm like, okay, like, until I see y'all fourth quarter with zeros on the clock and y'all are losing,
Yeah.
Never ever. That's never ever. And I promise, the moment you say they pretenders, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna jinx another 2P, and they gonna be 4P Super Bowl champs. So it's like, it really like how it was with the Warriors. Like it was so damn annoying, but it was just like you can't do shit to stop it.
Nothing about it for real.
Nah, facts.
Nah, but on to the next team, man. We got the Buffalo Bills.
Pretenders. I think pretenders. I think. I'm not sold. Like, I don't believe you can go into the playoffs with those caliber weapons and win. Now, the defense is solid. I mean, the Houston Texans, what we did to them was criminal. Josh Allen had a horrendous game. I mean, absolutely atrocious game. And somehow he had a way to win at the end. I mean, I'm saying you're not going to run into another Houston Texans team in the playoffs that's not going to be able to execute down the stretch that the way that we did that game. Yeah. Nico Collins got hurt first quarter. We forgot what offense was.
Yeah.
We thought we were playing defense for the other team trying to prevent us from scoring. That's how bad our offense was. Yeah. So, Buffalo, you beat the Chiefs, but like, 9-0 is 9-0, but they wasn't playing good football. Like, they were really just, a lot of it was luck. I mean, blocking a field goal kick at the end of the game, like, how often is that? That's just Kansas City black magic luck. That's not normal. That's not normal.
Screw.
I mean, they beat Lamar and the Ravens by a toe tap. Like, if Isaiah Likely's foot was here instead of here, they would have tied the game. I mean, it's been a lot of scenarios where the Chiefs really should have lost. They wasn't playing their best football. They just so happened to get beat. So, I think the Bills are pretenders. And that's, going out on a limb. I feel like they might lose their very first playoff game if they don't get the bye. I think Buffalo got a few more losses on their schedule, so I'm not confident in them whatsoever.
I'm not the biggest champion for Buffalo, but I think that for them to be in this position as one of the best teams in the AFC. I think that they are some contenders. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act as if they're world beaters by the stretch of the imagination. But when you got a guy like Josh Allen who's been balling out better than he ever has up to this point in his career, when you got an offensive line that's been looking as dominant as ever for the most part up until they went up against the likes of us in Baltimore, when you got a coaching staff that seems like they know what they are doing in better ways that they haven't done in the past, I think that they got a chance of actually knocking on that doorstep in ways that they haven't before. So I think that they're contenders.
Yeah, I can agree as well. I feel like they are contenders as well. You know what I'm saying? Even with, they don't have that many weapons on the offensive side of the ball and everything like that. They're improving, but, you know what I'm saying, like it's getting better. Like Keon Coleman, he's showing a lot of improvement. You know, that whole receiver core is showing improvement as well. But, I mean, I feel like what keeps them in the games really is like that defense, man. Like that defense is actually pretty damn good this year. So like, I don't know about them, going to the Super Bowl or anything like that. But like, I feel like they can make like a solid run in the playoffs. So yeah, I can put them in that contender tier. But on to the next team, man. The Commanders, the Washington Commanders. What we got?
They said the biggest pretenders. They might be the biggest pretenders on this list, man. Yeah. I mean, check the stats. You're on the right show. They lost to every good team you damn played.
Yeah.
They lost to every good team they lost to the Eagles. They lost to the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I think they lost to Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay's mid. And then they lost to, who was that last team that Washington lost to?
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Not off the top of my head. But the last team Washington lost to was a good team as well, I believe so.
Yeah, then their offense has regressed as well. They messed around and had their...
They lost to the Steelers.
Yeah, they did lose to the Steelers.
Bro, that's another team.
They lost to the Steelers, but they're pretending.
But we're going to get to them.
J.D. Daniels, I mean, he kind of unraveled. It looked like everybody gave him his praise a little too early. I mean, it's a rookie. Kind of got to grade him on a different curve than you would other people, but pretenders in my book.
Yeah, I got to agree with that, pretenders. I mean, their offense has been struggling as of late. And when you are a good team that can't beat other good teams, I mean, at best case scenario, you just whoop up on a bunch of, like, little boys as far as, like, the type of caliber teams that you're playing. So until they actually showcase that they're able to take on top-tier talent and be successful, we can't give them the benefit of the doubt yet.
Nah, for sure. I gotta go with contenders. Like Charles just said, man, you gotta beat the big boys to, be considered like a contender in that tier. But on to the next topic, man. The Texans, contenders or pretenders?
Right now, I say pretenders. I mean, we haven't looked good all season long. It doesn't look as expected. The rosters is one thing, but the play is another. CJ, he hasn't played up to his rookie year standards.
Yeah.
But obviously, he was a top 3 quarterback in that time frame. I mean, has he regressed a little bit? I would say no. I would say it's more the fact that he doesn't have clean pockets, can't get the ball out on time. So when he does have a clean pocket, in a sense, he's always kind of like, he's still in the same mindset of, damn, let me get it out. Like, I feel uncomfortable. So some of his passes are inaccurate. But the defense coming to play in the AFC, if you have a defense, you have a chance. So I think the Texans are pretenders if they can clean up the offense just a little bit. They don't have to be elite, but they have to clean up just a little bit.
It's kind of hard for me to answer that question. But for now, I got to say pretenders by taking out the bias. I mean, the defense is elite. It's ready to win a championship. It's ready to win a championship right now.
Yeah, for sure.
The offense is what's been holding us back, and that's the last thing I would have expected. Like, with all the talent we have on the receiving core, the running game, the level of quarterback we had, and the amount of money we invested into that O-line, for it to not click the way we wanted to, I'm not expecting us to drop 4 or 5 touchdowns a game, but when we struggling to score in the second half,
we have to score a touchdown in the second half. God damn, touchdown.
I mean, being 7-4 is nothing to sneeze at this moment in time in the season. But for us to lose the way that we do in the fashions that we do, losing to the best team in the NFL, the Lions, by a field goal because we didn't score in the second half, losing to the Jets of all people, losing to the Vikings in the manner that we did, and then losing to the Packers with our offense in the red zone is like, I gotta hold back the contender talk, at least for now.
With the Texans, man, I like that team. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta put them in that pretender category as of right now, man. It's just honestly, I feel like CJ, he's doing what he can, you know what I'm saying? But it's really just the O line that's collapsing. It's causing all the trouble. Like, bro, like first play of the game when Nico scored, Laramie Tunsil, bro. They called the touchdown back because
illegal man down the field.
Yeah.
illegal man down the field and anything like that. And that happens like a lot. I feel like every time y'all make a play, a legal man down the field, or it's like holding. Like, it's just something, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and he's gotten a lot of those this year. But that defense, hey, that defense real, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a top 3 defense in the league, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we just seeing how they just handled the Cowboys single-handedly, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, as of right now, they are pretenders in my book until they get that offense together. And that offense does have some firepower. Like, we can't sleep on John Mitchell. We can't sleep on, damn, what's your other receiver name?
Nico, Xavier,
Nico,
Tank Dale.
Xavier Hutchinson, like Tank, and the other guy, Robert Woods. Yeah, we can't sleep on them guys because they make plays. They really do make plays.
Who?
They like all the receivers.
Robert Woods, he can catch a fair catch. He ain't no damn play.
Look, man, he'll get out there. You know what I'm saying? And do a little something. I didn't see him do a little something, but as of right now, I got them as pretenders. But on to the next topic, man. Not on to. I'm fucking sold.
Hey, you good? Hey, you good, man?
All right, on to the next team, man. We got the Eagles.
I think they legit contended more the fact that they learned their identity, run the ball. You have one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the league, Saquon Barkley, man. I mean, I think that makes them contenders. Jalen Carter finally playing into that billing, that name, that number 1 pick he was supposed to be in his draft class, man. That defense is coming alive. That defensive line is doing their job. And the offense is slowly but surely clicking. Jalen Hurts, comfortable back there with, I mean, that's probably the best wide receiver tandem in the league outside Jamar T. Higgins, man. And then you got a tight end as well. I mean, that team is stacked. My boy Nias over there, shout out to Nias, man. Keep going crazy. But Philly's contenders. I feel like that makes them north in the NFC for sure.
Outside of the Lions, they look like the scariest team in that conference. Do I trust Nick Sirianni? I don't, because of his coaching decisions in the past. But, I mean, I got more than enough faith in Saquon Barkley to continue to do superhuman things without having to worry about carrying the load of a team like he did back in New York. Jalen Hurts has improved his play from last year. The offensive line, while it's not the same caliber, is still pretty damn good for the circumstances.
The majority of niggas' line.
That's what I'm saying.
They will die for a line like that.
I think just for the standpoint of what we looked at them in the past with Jason Kelce and all these guys, it's like they're not up to their standard, but they're pretty damn good. The defense has been improving on a week-by-week basis. The DB play has been one of the biggest weaknesses from them over the past season, and with what Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean have been able to do, it's been impressive. I can't even sit up here and lie to you. Yeah. Blankenship too. Them boys have been balling. They got to be contenders.
Yeah, I got them boys as contenders as well. That's one of the best teams out the NFC. Like, the way they've been playing, pretty damn good, you know what I'm saying? Especially with that receiver core. Man, they looking real damn nice. But on to the next team, man. The Cardinals, Arizona. Ooh, that's a sleeper team right there. That's like that's a
sleeper for what?
They're like a dark horse. Like they nice. They actually solid.
Yeah, they solid for sure. They scrappy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, they scrappy as in going home. Yeah, I mean, first round exit for me. If they win the division, I mean, I'm not really the biggest. I like Arizona. Like, I think it's a cool story, but I don't feel like you're winning in the playoffs.
No, I ain't say that.
I would say pretender, but a friendly pretender. Like, you already exceeded your expectations.
Yeah.
You wasn't expected to make it this far, but you did. So good. Maserati Marv, man, very impressive. I like Maserati Marv. I like Trey McBride. Trey McBride he's one of them one.
Mm-hmm.
James Conner, I mean, I didn't know. Hey, my bad, 6'1", 240, and you dual threat.
He a tank.
Yeah,
he a tank.
Receiving game as well. He getting to it. I mean, bet on him every week, man. CDS pitch coming real soon. Gonna get you that money on real quick. Hey, bet his receiving yards every week. I promise you, they'll hit it. But They're not they're not contenders. They're pretenders in my book. I feel like they have another year. Let's see what they do in the draft.
Yeah.
See what they do in free agency. But I like them. A nice pretender. Not disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's not being disrespectful for saying that they're pretenders.
Oh no.
Because
some of
no.
the teams I'm saying are like pretenders. Like it's most definitely disrespectful.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But for the Cardinals,
it's disrespectful.
no, I'm on the same type of time you on. But to clarify. But nah, for the Cardinals, they definitely overexceeded expectations. They came out of nowhere. They're contenders for sure in holding that top spot in that NFC West because that Wild West is real. The amount of turmoil and parity that's been going on, that division has not done anything that we had predicted it to be. I love the resurgence that I'm getting from Kyler Murray post-injury. I mean, he was looking dangerous when he came up off of it last year, and I was scared to death when they was playing the Texans in NRG. But this year, he's taking his play to another level, kind of reminding the world of who he is. But with that being said, I mean, the level of caliber teams that you're going to have to play just in your conference alone to get to that NFC Championship, let alone a trip to Super Bowl, that Lombardi trophy on the line, they just not ready. So for now, they're pretenders.
For sure.
Yeah, I can put them in that pretender role as well. Yes, they're a sleeper team. They're one of the very good sleeper teams. But I don't see them like going to the Super Bowl, making like a deep run in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, they look good. You know what I mean? Like, Kyler Murray's playing very good football this year.
And then on top of that, they took care of business on that Monday night.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
Well, we needed that one for shit show.
Thank you.
Hey, I was turned, nigga.
Against who?
I mean, who else they play Monday night? What the hell?
I thought you was talking about. I thought you was being funny. Nah.
I'm talking about the damn Chargers. That's shit.
Bro.
That's the only thing they play Monday night.
Hey, look, check me out. We could not stop James Conner. That man is a beast. Like,
Hey, y'all couldn't stop Kyler either on that scramble.
Man.
that was one scramble. He threw. He didn't even throw that many yards on this. Like,
Hey,
he didn't play all that well.
Hey, what's the saying? You don't gotta do a lot. You just gotta do enough.
Hey, oh
But
God.
check me out. You look at other teams though. He throwing pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So he couldn't do that on us. We didn't give him no time. We was getting to him. You know what I'm
They
saying?
just
It
need
was
time to
good
kick
offense.
that field goal, win the game.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
All is fair
You know
in
what I'm saying? That's
wins
like-
and
like-
losses.
Oh, it's a loss.
That's what I'm saying. Wins, losses, you feel me? But on to the next team, man. The Green Bay Packers.
Pretending, man.
They did
Pretending.
that. So
I mean, even when they beat us, I'm not even just like they beat us on some like we was just like way like we couldn't block a soul. CJ threw for under 100 yards. I mean, that game right there gave them no credibility in my eyes. They could do all that talking, whoop de whoop. No quarterback in the NFL. Your team would never have a chance if you don't have a second to even up. He couldn't even look at a defense for 1 second, watch it unravel because that line get killed. Like, we're going to have some film for that too. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, no quarterback, no NFL quarterback. You could be the most talented quarterback. You can't function in that type of environment. So, and the fact that they only won by 2 points just kind of speaks to the level of team they are. You see what happened when they played a team with a solid O-line?
Now forget that. Did
Detroit
you
beat that ass?
did you see what they did to another common opponent we have? Chicago? I mean, granted, we ain't looked the best against the Bears this season, but oh my goodness.
Skin.
The skin of their teeth.
Trash.
Man.
Hey, pretenders. All that talking y'all doing, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna be just like them Cowboys. Go to the playoffs and one and done. Get done.
I think the biggest issue for the Packers is not just their inconsistency, but just the level of play that they're getting at quarterback. You want to talk about CDS picks. Jordan Love is guaranteed an interception in every game. I'm just letting it be known.
Hey, I thought it was 1.5 touchdown. God damn it, I'm wrong.
Nah.
he threw one early in the game. I'm like, oh, he good.
But I will say this.
Hit tie. Do another one.
God damn. Boy.
But he will get them points on the board. Like, he will score, but he gonna give the defense plenty of opportunities for us to win that game when we played them. And granted, I ain't saying this because of being a sore loser, but I thought that we was gonna have to capitalize on the turnovers he was gonna give us, because I thought he was gonna throw at least one, and he gave us 3 of them things. So if he can't pick it up as far as like limiting the interceptions that he's throwing with the boneheaded decisions he's been making, man, it's looking like an early exit for the Packers.
They're gonna be the Cowboys last year.
Yeah, I got the Packers as pretenders for sure, man. It hasn't been looking too good over there.
Wait, what?
It hasn't been looking. The Packers?
Oh, they said they ass.
No, I ain't said it was ass. Nah, they straight, bro. It's just like they're not consistent. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I expected better from Jordan Love. You feel me? Like, he's not playing horrible, but he's not playing like how we know he should be playing. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, like
Brad Favre. What do you expect?
Yeah, with the Packers, man, I gotta put them as pretenders for sure. I mean, it's just been inconsistent play over there. Like, it hasn't been looking too good. They're not a bad team, but they're not where they should be. You know, so I gotta put them as pretenders. On to the next team, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers. What do y'all have them as? Contenders or pretenders? What y'all thinking?
That's probably the trickiest one.
I'm gonna say
for real. All I'm gonna say is that defense over there is real.
Yeah.
Contenders for me. Okay. I think just you can win. You can win with that level of defense. That is an elite level of defense on all 3 levels.
Mm-hmm.
The offense, they have that like it's not the most explosive, not the best, but it's a winning style of offense. Like, you're not just relying on the pass. You can still ground and pound it, and when that's not working, you have a quarterback and a receiver combo and George Pickens and Russell Wilson that give you any chance in the game with a 50-50 ball. If he's not being double covered, I trust George Pickens and I do your top corner.
Yeah.
And George Pickens is really emerging himself as a top, I don't want to sound too crazy, top 7, top 8-ish range receiver. I feel like he's able to show more of his skill set this year with Russell Wilson being his quarterback outside of Justin Fields, Mitchell Trubisky, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
What's his
Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph. I mean,
yeah, he hasn't had the right quarterback play for real.
He having the early bird special on the Andre Hopkins train.
Yeah.
No solid quarterback play. He's going hopping around from backup to backup to backup to back. He just got lucky and got stuck on the best backup he had, because what was Russell Wilson last year for the second half of the season after they said, we don't want you to get hurt? The goddamn backup. So it's like, Russell Wilson came, rejuvenated his career for sure. He's going to get him a second contract in Pittsburgh. I like the way they're playing. Defense, that may be top 2.
It may not be number 2.
It may not. Yeah, them boys, that's something serious over there. Like Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt alone is just like terrorizing these quarterbacks. It's just like
addition of Preston Smith.
That's a dog. Oh my goodness.
Boys,
it's crazy.
I don't know. You sound a little hungry over there.
Chill, bro. It's just,
God damn it!
I keep thinking of how they hurt Justin Herbert, bro. I'm like,
what you trying to do? Get your leg back?
I'm like, damn. Nah, it's just like that's when I knew, like, okay, that defense is just like that. They like
young.
I know. Nah, it's just like that defense is some serious over there.
Nah,
it's tricky with them, bro.
Oh yeah, it is tricky. I mean, they won a game with scoring nothing but field goals, and they did that twice. Like, for that to happen, your defense has to be on a level that we haven't seen before in a minute. And it's not like the offense isn't.
In a minute.
But it's not like their offense isn't capable of scoring points as well. I mean, we've seen them light up certain teams. Granted, they're inferior, but when they play superior teams, they show up. Russ has done his thing. George Pickens has done his thing. Hell, I'll even show some love to Najee Harris.
Yeah,
I think the Steelers are contenders. They might be the worst of the elite teams, but I would classify them as elite for sure.
Yeah, them being 8-2, I did not expect that, bro. Like that.
Nobody should have.
Man,
hell no.
That's crazy, you know. Like, that defense is a real threat and a lifesaver for them, you know what I'm saying? And, like, hell, shout out to that kicker.
Chris Boswell making a lot of people money, man.
Boy, what? Like they won. They beat the Ravens off of field goals, bro. Like that's crazy. Like, but that defense is superior, and I gotta make them like they're like the least contenders. Like they're not like a super spooky like contender. You know what I'm saying? They're not somebody like, oh yeah, like them boys. They like a
They making noise.
yeah.
I put it like this: if they end up getting the number 1 seed, it might get spooky if they try to go to play them in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that would be a home field advantage for sure.
Yeah.
Not for sure. But on to the next team, man. The Los Angeles Chargers.
God damn pretenders! Woo! I've been waiting for it, baby.
Let's
Pretenders.
be serious. Let's be
Pretenders,
serious.
man. I mean, defense is good. I don't know what people talk about elite. Like, who the hell are they playing? Like, let's keep it a bean. They just played Joe Burrow. Great offense, horrific defense. But outside the lights of them, and before we knew Arizona was good, which it was a bad game, by the way. Let's everybody be honest. That was a bad game. That's why they was on ESPN Plus. They wasn't on regular ESPN. They flexed on the Plus. But goddamn, who the hell have they played? Let's go on their schedule. Let's look at the teams that they done played.
I mean, the Broncos.
Titans, Browns, Saints with backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Broncos when Bo Nix wasn't getting his shit right. The Carolina Panthers with Bryce Young playing like boo-boo. The Raiders with Gardner Minshew. I mean, look at the team they lost to. The Steelers, 8-2.
Right.
The Chiefs,
And they barely beat
9-1.
But these are teams that barely beat my team, though.
Yeah.
Like this is the Cardinals 6-4. I mean, every team they lost to are contenders. Every team they lost to are serious. And every team that they beaten, shit, they all trying to go get the same guys. Cam Ward,
Travis Hunter.
or Travis Hunter, or Shador Sanders. They trying to get one of them guys.
Right.
So the Chargers, great improvement. I mean, the hardball effect is real. They brought in the OC from Greg Roman, run first mentality, rely on your defense, take a lot off Justin Herbert's play. Justin Herbert became a way better runner this year. They was able to unlock that next element of his game, which is utilizing his legs. But you're not going anywhere with those caliber of weapons with Lad McConkey, first-year rookie, Quentin Johnson. I mean, he's at best your third best receiver on a real deal championship team. I mean, you're throwing the Will Desley. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, Will Desley? Are we serious?
You making
like,
it happen.
Hey, bring him to Houston. First round wild card, I promise you. We'll make it happen to him. The linebackers, we'll get real right with them. But they're goddamn pretenders. The schedule speaks for itself. If you don't believe me, wait till Sunday night.
I think the defense is pretty good statistically, and the offense has showcased some signs of life. But outside of my bias against the Chargers, since I bet on Justin Herbert getting 200 yards and he couldn't even get past 150, we ain't gonna speak on that.
Man.
But on some real stuff, I mean,
Damn.
I think it's a great story. Was it John Harbaugh?
Jim.
It's Jim. Okay.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, Jim
John
Harbaugh
is the one
for the Ravens.
Yeah.
John Harbaugh has been doing his thing for sure. And he's turned that team around. It's not necessarily a dumpster fire over there before he got there, but it wasn't the best place in the world for sure. But even with the resurgence of Justin Herbert kind of reminding some people who he is and what you're getting from that defensive side of the ball, and on the running back side of the ball as well, because J.K. Dobbins has resurged his career as well. I got to give props out to him.
Right.
I don't think that they're contenders for sure at all.
You know they are?
Nah.
Okay. My turn. It's a little tricky because with my squad, I mean, hell yeah, we've been looking pretty damn good. Finally, we opened up the field with throwing the ball. I mean, relying on JK wasn't going to help us, honestly. Like, get granted, JK's having a hell of a year, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing his thing. I'm glad to see that he is doing it because I feel like he's one of those forgotten backs, you know what I'm saying, in the league that, okay, like, yeah, we know, like, he was nice, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he's, like, had that resurgence for himself. Man, emerging Quentin Johnson, like, everybody was talking so, bro, it was bad for him, bro. It was real bad for QJ, man. I'm glad to see that he has had one hell of an improvement. Like, he has to get most improved player of the year. At least one of he got to get something. You know what I'm saying? Like
shit for the team. No, we ain't talking about no league shit.
Nah,
Yeah, you talking
I
about.
mean, league.
No.
Wow, he could be up there though.
What?
For most improved?
What?
One of the most. Come on.
Maybe in the eyes of social media.
Like, what I tell about that booger sugar, man?
Look, man. I ain't know this ain't even no bias, but
This dude.
I feel like
22 catches, 352, 6 to.
yeah. That's better than what he did last year. But like he ain't having like a skyrocket like.
We talking about real deal improvement. I mean that is real for him, but
yeah, but he's had a hell of an improvement this year. Justin Herbert, he's looking a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gave him an O-line. Now all y'all got to do is give him some more weapons. Yes, we're getting it done with. I'm not gonna say mediocre play, but we getting it done with. You know what I'm saying? Ladd McConkey, who is
mid.
what? Who is nice as fuck, by the way. Like great route runner, fast catch, and he low key strong too. So
Like, he ain't catching on Sunday.
Bro, why is that his own dick? Like,
they said
like,
30, and he dropped it.
yeah, he caught 2 big plays like after that. But yes, he did drop some, like what, 2 passes, I think. He dropped 2 passes, yeah. But after that he made up for it anyways. But I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that game with the Bengals, that really like that was scary, I ain't gonna lie. That pissed me off, you know what I'm saying? Like offense gotta get together. Like Justin Herbert putting the ball on the money. You feel me? Y'all gotta like make the plays and just catch it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really is. Like I feel like the Bengals, we got comfortable, bro.
Right, first, I know contenders are pretenders, man. God damn it.
The passion, the fire in his voice.
I was gonna get to it, damn.
No, we right here, right now. Contenders are pretenders.
I'm gonna say they're contenders right now, no bias. But I feel like, well, hold on, hear me out. Like our schedule, like our next few games, I feel
Charles,
like that's
put your hand on this nigga's shoulder, man.
Are y'all niggas contenders?
Put your hand on his shoulder.
Come on.
Hey,
let us pray for this brother.
Pat me that pillow, man.
We got the Texans fans.
Charles, pat me that
they
shit.
contenders. Oh, they said they contenders, but come on. Like, come on now, bro. Like,
man, put your hand on his shoulder.
We got them talking.
Put your hand on him up.
No, look. You know the difference between.
Hey, man, put your hand
What's
on
the
his.
difference?
Listen.
Wait. Put your hand on his shoulder, man.
Y'all look.
Bow your head. Bow your damn head.
Well, no, listen.
Put your hand on my shoulder. Y'all niggas is okay. Y'all are
No, listen. But okay, even if we are in the same predicament as y'all, we're honest. We know we're not contenders right now. What's the difference? If we're in the same position as y'all,
Look at him.
I mean, that's my honest opinion. It look better than y'all's, and it does.
so how are y'all in the same position as us?
I ain't gonna say mid receiver. We're getting it done with like first years, second years. We're getting it done with old man Will. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but yeah, I gotta say we pretended. Well.
Check the stats, man. Check the stats.
Nah, I really feel like these next games is really gonna show if we contenders. This Ravens game specifically, and this Chiefs game, like,
okay,
like that's gonna show whether we're contenders or pretenders. You know
all right, if they humble me, I got you.
Like, we gonna see.
We gonna see.
So, in my eyes, right now, they're contenders. But these next games, we got a tough schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really gonna show if we contenders or not. So, yeah, that's my take on that.
That's fair.
On to the next team, the Seahawks, man.
Pretenders.
We ain't even gotta waste time on it. we ain't gotta waste time on it.
Serious.
They so volatile, it don't make sense.
On this team, man. So, the 49ers.
Pretenders. It don't matter. I mean, it just don't look good. It don't look good.
It ain't just the injuries. I mean, they haven't looked good on the offensive side of the ball.
Reduced quarterback play, Brock Purdy, man.
And you're getting sustainable.
You don't think he's been getting it done this year?
They're 5-5.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, sure. I'm glad somebody looked at it too.
You know what? I ain't even watched them just play like that, but
Yeah, you gotta check the stats before you do it.
But they get sustained running back play from Jordan Mason,
Yeah.
which we thought that they wouldn't even get with the subtraction of C-Mac for the first half of the year, and they still they're in last place of the NFC West right now. So
That shit crazy.
now their division is jam packed, so they definitely have room for improvement. But I think they've lost to every single team that they've played in that division already. So like they're 1-3.
And they're not gonna have no chance at the wild card either.
Yeah, so it's either win out or bust.
And we know that they ain't winning out. I know they got another one against Seattle. No, they played Seattle already.
They got another one against LA
Arizona.
and Arizona. So they pretenders.
Yeah, for sure, pretenders. The Vikings.
Pretenders. I don't trust Sam Darnold at all, especially a serious playoff football moment. Him, I like my chances. I'm defense is real. Brian Flores is a hell of a defensive coordinator. Brian, what's his name? Kevin O'Connell, hell of a OC, hell of a head coach because he's a damn OC as well. He's called all the offensive plays. The OC is just OC in title. He's called the damn plays. But Sam Darnold. Yeah, Sam Darnold. I'm not a believer in him whatsoever. You're not gonna go far with him. He's gonna show you why he's a backup. Pretender.
I want to say pretender because I don't trust Sam Darnold, but I trust Kevin O'Connell. I mean, like that level of coaching that he's been doing. I mean, he made Kirk Cousins look like an MVP candidate on multiple times. That running game is not the greatest, but it's sustainable with Aaron Jones. You got one of the best receivers no, my fault. You got the best receiver in the NFL.
Bro, come on, man. We starting already.
Bro. I'm
not gonna get to it because we on the schedule.
You right.
way in hell he's the best receiver.
Hey, we
the stats prove it. I checked the stats. God damn it.
Okay.
I got
One thing about it. Numbers don't lie, but numbers aren't everything. Context is too. But
okay, Jabbar check, but you know what I'm not.
We gonna get there when we get there. But
Best in the world.
but no, I think the Vikings are contenders. For them to essentially have a case for being the second best team in the NFC, for them to have a chance to realistically get a first round bye, and for them to go toe to toe with the Lions and look as good as they did, even in a loss.
And that's the best team in the league.
That's the best team in the league. Like the Lions are 9-1, and they're not even in firm control of the division unless they control their own destiny. Like if they slip up, the Vikings are like right there. So like just off of that alone, I got it. Like they're the team that I thought was gonna be the worst, not in the NFC, but the worst in that division. For them to shock me this much, they made me eat my words. So I got to give them that label.
No, for sure. I gotta put them in that contender tier for sure. You know what I'm saying? They've been getting it done this year, man. Like defensively, they look pretty damn good as well. Like it's shocking to like see them be that good on defense. You know what I'm saying? And even with Sam Darnold at the helm, like he's got it done. But I gotta put them in that contender tier as of right now.